My people, my Biafran people, na how na day today. This one, na Biafra Superstars Media, they hold them down. I say, may God bless Biafra, and may God bless His Excellency Oyendo Nnamdi Kanu. May God bless, 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 may God bless His Excellency, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, His Excellency ESN Ekpa Simon Njoko, for the job Simon is doing. Simon, I want to say we thank you, we appreciate you, we love you, because we know in your hands Biafra is coming, in your hands Biafra is safe, and in your hands, when Biafra comes, the people of Biafra will rejoice. My fellow Biafrans, today is I told you so day. Abaribe don't get the message, and right now he's now being humbled. Ain't humble today. He say no updates for Nnamdi Kanu. When we keep on telling this guy, say, make them the mellow down. Sometimes you must know those who has the authority, those who have the power, those who are in control. The people, once people speak, say, this is the people we want to follow. There is nothing you guys can do. You guys, you are like the Pharisees of old in the Bible. The Pharisees, they thought they had the power, they had the privilege, but they were surprised that the multitude, the crowd, they were going towards Jesus. They were seeking for Jesus. They were leaning towards Jesus. They were spending hours with Jesus. And they got worried. So, who is this guy called Jesus? Who is this boy? This carpenter? This filthy thing? This small boy? I knew him when he was a child. He was a baby. I knew him. He was the son of the carpenter, Joseph. The same thing is applying in the case of Simon Ekpa and comparing him to these so-called politicians. Today, I want us to just relax. Make we laugh at Abaribe. And also make we appreciate the humbleness. You will see the way he's speaking now. He's speaking in a new language. Lord have mercy. If you are ready, my people, make we hear this one. When he discuss about Nnamdi Kanu, you will see the change of tone, but I will still give him some water with love this time around. If you are with me, my people, let's go there. Listen.
Of all those who want to subvert the Constitution. I know that you're very particular about the security situation in the Southeast. You recently met with the Attorney General, some senators, and I also know that governors also did same to secure the release of Nnamdi Kanu. And the reason is that his release could bring some sort of peace to the Southeast. I don't know if there's been an outcome because the Attorney General is supposed to send a report to the President. I don't know if you have a feedback from that. I think we don't have a feedback that we can share with the public because it's an ongoing conversation between the leaders of the Southeast and the federal government. The essential thing that the Southeast leaders at all levels, both the clergy, the politicians, the traditional and all that, everybody knows at this moment that a legitimate concern or a legitimate agitation by those who are seeking for their rights within the country.
Hold it first. There is a legitimate concern for those who are seeking their rights in that so-called Nigeria. God of us. Abaribe. Just calm down. My people, make una calm down. Make una hear where in twist and small, but for the fact he did not mention name, I will not scold him yet. He didn't mention any name yet. Watch this one now. Watch.
Nigeria has been hijacked by those criminals and all those type of undesirables, and all that they have done is to impose mayhem on the Southeast. And at any point that you engage with any of those elements, all that they will tell you that, because they are holding him, that is Nnamdi Kanu himself. And despite the fact that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself has said, I never authorized a sit at home.
Oh, Abaribe. Hey, God. First of all, and at least this time he was being respectful. He did not mention people's name. He said some people hijacked it. So it depends on those he's speaking about. But at least this time he was being subliminal. This is what I was expecting from the politicians that come from the southeast. If you are still in the government of Caesar, if you are still working in the parliament of Caesar, we understand. That's where you make your deliberate. But when you are making a discussion or deciding on your people, make it a charia. It means make you look inside, look inwards. Say, come. Even though I'm enjoying in the kingdom, in the house of Caesar, I am a parliamentarian in the house of Caesar. I still must know, say, my people, they need freedom. So even though you are enjoying in Nigeria, we've heard how much you senators you make every month. Millions of naira. The cabal, they're very smart. Fulani cabal, they are very, very smart. They've bought your conscience. They've bought your loyalty by paying you guys in a lascivious way. The money is cumbersome, hard to count for senators. So they have bought their conscience. But at least, even though you are enjoying in the parliament, in the office of Caesar, even though you have a portfolio in the cabinet of Caesar, you are a parliamentarian in the house of Caesar, you should at least know, say, your people when they are out there, the freedom they are looking for. If they get that freedom, now everybody for Biafra go enjoy them. While you are in Caesar's house, now only you and the other 6 senators or so from the southeast that are enjoying. While the people they suffer, the people they perish, the resources from the land is being exploited, not even exploit. Oh my God. There is difference between exploration and exploitation. In the Western world, a place like Alaska, what they do is oil exploration. They explore. They come with the latest state-of-the-art tools to explore the land. When they find the oil, then put controls in place. They do a risk assessment. They do a business continuity assessment. They carry out a business risk that while we are exploring this oil, while we are taking this crude oil, in case of a spillage, there is a control in place. You see, that's how it's done in the Western world. But when I look at the land of Biafra, when I look at Niger Delta, when I think about Ken Saro-Wiwa, what he died for, the land is degraded. The oil spillage, people when they fish, they cannot fish anymore. The masses, they are suffering, but the politicians, they're enjoying. So at least this time, Abaribe don't calm down small. He's now being subliminal. That's all you have to be doing. Do not mention anybody's name. Don't do that next time. Just be subliminal. Say some people, they have hijacked it. Some people can be anybody. But don't be specific and mention names, because once you do that, now you are keeping for the cabal. Let's continue. Listen.
To stop. Nobody should kill anybody from the southeast. Yet, this continues to go on. So we now know that the criminals are, hinging their peg on his incarceration to continue to perpetrate all this mayhem on the southeast. And so what we feel, really, and what everybody feels, is that if we have a political solution in which we are able to convince the federal government of the need, since everybody wants peace within this country, and if one part of the country is bleeding, every other part is also bleeding.
Okay.
There's a necessity to, so that you remove that
rug from under their feet, which they are using. And so anyone who now continues to, murder people, do all manners of things, and then you now know that that's nothing but they are no longer going to use the flag of an agitation to cover it. That's why.
Now you are talking. Now you are being more, meticulous in your approach. Oyibo. He's being more meticulous. He's using the right words. You see him? He's being more subliminal in his message. That's the way you go. Do not mention names. Do not be scared of the caliphate and mention names. Because the last time I checked, those that went to Kenya to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu, till this day, they have not told you guys what they did or how they carried out that, action. Till this day. And you have never called them kidnappers. In fact, the government that did it, you are saying you are going to go and beg them. Hey, Nigeria, shame me. A people that went to Kenya to go carry our leader. You have not asked them the question. Not even the media have asked the government, how did you get Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya? What's going on here? How was it done? Till this day, they have not responded to that. So now that he's being subliminal, saying some criminals, now I want you to know, say, now those for the zoo when him they point at. Those that saw the good job of Nnamdi Kanu when we're doing our prayers. Next thing, we saw some boys with, they call them the special squad or what? They were coming as unknown gunmen. We said, who are these men coming here? They were coming as unknown gunmen. They were being nice to the people, but they were burning down police stations. That was giving the dog a bad name just to hang it. That was the beginning of the ploy of the caliphate. People were confused. These men, when they come here, then they wear t-shirt, black t-shirt. The logo is a skull when put a knife for mouth. Next thing we see now, we have seen that Asari Dokubo is the owner of the special squad. And not only that, when Tinubu and Shetima they were doing their campaign, we saw the members of the special squad. Not only that, when Tinubu became the president, Dokubo went to Aso Rock. Not only that, Dokubo live in public, he carried a gun. He said, in Papa they sell slaves. In Papa they sell the Biafrans as slaves. The Igbos. He was very, very specific. So when this man now is being subliminal, saying those criminals who hijacked it, now I want you to understand where to focus. That's how it's done. That's why we say you have to apply wisdom. Marco be one name for the love of your brother. Abaribe, I love the way you are. This is what you should be doing now, going forward. Do not call anybody's name. Do not mention anybody's name. Be subliminal in your approach. Let's continue.
We are all very involved in it.
But is Mazi, I like to think that you've also spoken with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on this. Is he in on what you're trying to propose to the federal government?
Well, him and his lawyers and everybody also, we briefed them before we go, so they are very well aware of our efforts.
One thing you've also talked about is the possibility of this mayhem continuing even after his release if the federal government obliges with the political solution that you've proposed, especially because he's spoken on several occasions to say that that is not what he stands for in the Southeast. And the people have continued to listen to Simon Ekpa instead. So what's the guarantee that when he's released, there's going to be some sort of peace that the people will now listen to him, even though you
Hold on there, Oga. Hold on there. This is the problem of the zoo. You see, I'm not saying the first person to mention the name of Simon Ekpa now is the media man. So that's fine. Our leaders from South, in fact, the politicians from Southeast, you must be subliminal. Don't be giving them things as ammunitions against you. You've just seen what happened. He was saying the people doing this, people doing that. But the interviewer now brought the name of Simon Ekpa and saying, what if Nnamdi Kanu is freed? And what is happening is still happening. For example, in the game of Simon Ekpa and all those things. Do you now see why I'm saying that we have to be careful? The media, they work hand in hand with the cabal. Nobody mentioned the name of Simon Ekpa. This interviewer, this young boy, from nowhere, he brought the name of Simon Ekpa. Well, young man, where's his face? Young man, I've got a message for you. And that's to let you know that what we are doing with the Biafrans, what we are seeking, is a complete divorce from Nigeria. Nobody can stop that. If you like, you release Nnamdi Kanu. If you like, no release Amo. Nobody can stop it. We have crossed the Rubicon. The days of dialoguing is gone. I need you to understand that. The only thing we have now is diplomacy. How do we go about sharing the land? How do we go about checking the cost? Because your zoo government, they've been taking loans from left, right, and center. Your zoo, you are in debt. So now diplomacy, you can discuss with our great men, Jim Moran and Glenn Gerasolis. They will come in and discuss in terms of dividing that cost, the burden of the loans your zoo they've been taking. And the way it will be divided will be, we want to see the presence of your government's fiscal policies. What I mean is, say, your federal government, all these years, when they collect loan from China, loan from everywhere, from World Bank or from everywhere, we want to see how much they don't spend for the land of Biafra. That's the ones who will say, okay, to divide them all, you say you have spent 20 billion, we want to see the proof. But for you to assume that when you release Nnamdi Kanu, it means we will not stop fighting for our freedom, then you are a dreamer. If you think, say, Nnamdi Kanu is the reason why we want freedom, then you should go and, in fact, go back to school. Go back to school and do your history. Because what we are doing now is bigger than any other person. Your Nigerian government, they assumed that the keys of Biafra was in the hands of Nnamdi Kanu. So they went all the way to Kenya to kidnap him. And now they are confused. They are perplexed. They find themselves in a quagmire, in a conundrum. Say, how come this man that we spent $9 million, Lord have mercy? Young boy, listen. Those are the questions you should be asking. Who were the ones that paid the $9 million to IPOB Nigeria Limited? Who were the ones that paid? How? Who took the flight, the plane, the private jet to Kenya? These are the questions you should be asking. We have crossed the Rubicon to be discussing about, oh, you will listen to the kind of, then we stop what we are doing. You guys don't know what is coming now. You guys don't know what is happening. You assume that the power of Biafra lies on the shoulders of Nnamdi Kanu. And when they kidnap him from Kenya, even your politicians, Peter Obi said Biafra is dead. Malami was speaking in Fufude. He was doing a broadcast, a live broadcast. He was speaking in Fufude, telling his people, thanking God, thanking Allah that they have kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu. Those in the north, they were shouting, Allahu Akbar, Allah, to Madala, to. They were happy. They were screaming for joy. There was a jubilation in the north that our leader Nnamdi Kanu was brought to Nigeria through an extraordinary rendition. None of you till this day have grown the balls, the onion to ask Malami, how did he do it? But you want Simon Ekpa to stop. You guys must be dreaming. Abaribe, with all due respect, going forward, be subliminal. No call any names. In fact, with your eyes now, you can see that we are going home. We are in the 11th hour. 5 months and counting. The countdown is on. So be careful. Whatever you say might be used against you when Biafra comes. All you have to do now is play it safe. When the media ask you a question, be careful how you respond. Play it safe because Biafra is coming. Biafra is coming. Biafra is almost here. Abaribe, play it safe. I love the way you are responding so far. At least this boy, he is the one that came with the name of Simon Ekpa. But going forward, this is how all the zoo politicians from the southeast should be responding when it comes to the affairs of Biafra. Be subliminal. Don't be specific because you don't know what is happening. Now, let us take it back to this guy and see the way Abaribe responded to the question when this guy became more specific and he mentioned the name of Simon Ekpa. Young man, good try. Well done.
Simon Ekpa instead. So what's the guarantee?
Take it back. Listen.
Mayhem continuing even after his release if the federal government obliges with the political solution that you've proposed, especially because he's spoken on several occasions to say that that is not what he stands for in the Southeast. And the people have continued to listen to Simon Ekpa instead. So what's the guarantee that when he's released, there's going to be some sort of peace that the people will now listen to him, even though you've said that if the mayhem continues, the rug's been pulled from under their feet, and then the federal government can know that this is just pure perpetrators of evil, so to speak.
Hold on there before you answer. You've given yourself the answer. You said the people are listening to Simon Ekpa. What will happen when Nnamdi Kanu is released? Will the people listen to Nnamdi Kanu? The people there that you're talking about are who? The Biafrans. So if the Biafrans have a program, say we want our freedom, we are moving towards the freedom. The goal is freedom. We have a timetable. We have a schedule planned. We've embarked on the project. We are going on full force towards the 2nd of December, 2024. Now, if your zoo dirty country, Nigeria, that shithole, if they think by releasing Nnamdi Kanu, he will not tell us to stop, then I think you guys are having the biggest mistakes of your life. Because not even the gods can stop this one. I will challenge the gods. The gods cannot stop this one. Talk less of just mere mortals. Men, no. Even the gods cannot stop this one. What is coming on the 2nd of December, the gods cannot stop it. If they try, I will say the gods must be crazy, as the book says. I will call the gods crazy if they try to tell us to stop. Because this one has been written in the sand. Forward ever, backward never. This is the best time. We are the new breed. We say we are going home. Make una enjoy Nigeria. Those who love Nigeria, make una enjoy them now. Enjoy your country. For you to assume that when they release Nnamdi Kanu, he will now come and tell us to stop moving towards Biafra. Oh God, in fact, let me not go there because this is what these guys want. This is what the Zoo media wants. But let us listen to the way Abaribe responded to that answer. I hope he'll be more subliminal again in his approach in answering that answer. Check it out.
Well, the point really is this. If you have a wound, you stitch it. Put medication. Is that not so?
Absolutely.
Fine. So we need to stitch the wound. And how do you stitch it? To stitch that wound, you have to remove that cut. And that cut is what they claim is his incarceration. Simon Ekpa himself, as far as I'm concerned, you could also see he has also pegged it on Nnamdi Kanu. So if Nnamdi Kanu is released, then he cannot make that argument anymore. You understand? So I think that we should focus on the most important thing, which is to but we try our best to.
Hey, Hebelebe, Hebelebe, Hebelebe. Hebelebe, Hebelebe, Hebelebe. Hebelebe, Hebelebe, Hebelebe. Hebelebe, Hebelebe, Hebelebe. Hey, Hebelebe here. Hebelebe here. Hey, God have mercy. Ah, Lord have mercy. I didn't shake, my people. What is to come? What is to come? What is to come, my people? The zoo will be shocked if they are thinking that we are still childish, that you held our leader for 3 years and we kept on marching on. Now we are going towards the finish line, less than 5 months plus to the finish line, and you're expecting us to now stop. Oh my God, you guys don't know what's coming. You guys don't know what is coming, but we must continue. Listen.
Get the government to see with the leaders of the Southeast and what we think. What somebody who lives in Finland just continues to talk from there says it's not the feeling of the people of the Southeast.
And you're optimistic that this government will listen, because the previous government did not take up this, did not accept the political solution.
The point is, what will a government do? A government that wants to bring peace will always listen to its citizens, and we are citizens of the country. We are leaders in that part of the country, and all of us have come together. We do not see the possibility that the government will reject outrightly. We think that the government will listen to the leaders of the Southeast.
Abaribe, with all due respect, you're wasting your time. If you think that the Nigerian government will release Nnamdi Kanu to you guys, it means you guys don't even know the hatred that they have for you. If you assume that the zoo government go release Nnamdi Kanu to you guys just like that, then I think you guys, you are still babies. It means you guys don't know your history as men. Yes, you may have gray beards, but you are still a boy. You are still childlike. You still reason like a child. Now, we sabi Nigeria very, very well. When I looked around, every other stakeholders, you claim it is Wazobia, every other stakeholders, their own men has been released, they're having a good time. But the Biafra man is still being held there. And now you are expecting us to say, okay, because they are holding him there, we should stop our freedom. You guys don't know what is coming on. I swear to God. That's the thinking of your politicians. They cannot call a spade a spade. How come those that have the same so-called charges, similar to that of Nnamdi Kanu, how come they're all having a nice time? Even the one they call the Super Cop that the FBI came looking for, the cabal, they came with a nice one. They claim he was selling drugs, so they now caught him. He's in jail. FBI, it is double jeopardy. He's already in jail in Nigeria. The Super Cop, they know how to protect their own. Now, only our so-called politicians that keep making the same mistake over and over and over again because they have refused to learn. The money they are making in Abuja, it don't blind their eyes. If you think the zoo government, the Fulani cabal, the oligarchs, they will release Nnamdi Kanu, then you are making the biggest mistake of your life. The only way our leader will be released is what Ekpa has said. We shall make holding him more expensive than releasing him. And at the end, when Biafra is declared, Nnamdi Kanu will be released as a prison exchange. Through the diplomacy that we have now. The days of dialoguing is gone. The diplomacy that we have on ground. Now, those guys, they don't like Kuna with a passion. Abaribe. They don't like you guys with a passion. They will not release Nnamdi Kanu. They went all the way to Kenya. All the way to Kenya to go and catch him. You guys don't know what. I thought you people know the cabal. I'm surprised. I thought they know the cabal. It is clear to me that these guys don't know the people they are dealing with. Britain put you under one house with these people, then with strangers, and you assume they love you. You assume you are one country, one nation, one Nigeria. The only country that put one in their name. That's the irony there, because you know you are not one, so you are declaring one Nigeria. The only country that will put one in their name. That's the irony of life. Let's continue.
Don't forget that these leaders cut across all parties, cut across all spheres of people, cut across the traditional institutions and all that, and including members of the cabinet of Mr. President himself. So if all of us are on one page, I think that it's axiomatic that
absolutely
they will have a positive review of what you're asking for.
One thing is clear. There's almost a knowledge of what the security situation or the cause of the insecurity in the Southeast is. I don't know if, as a federal lawmaker, with your experience and conversations on security you've had, that Parliament is aware of the cause of insecurity or the persistent insecurity in the country in general, let's say excluding the Southeast.
Yes, the Parliament has, over the years, taken proactive measures.
Proactive.
The Parliament has engaged with the security chiefs. The Parliament has always engaged with the government. The Parliament has also given its recommendations. The Parliament has had rallies. We have had security retreats. We have had there's absolutely so many tomes, volumes of reports that we have.
Hold on, I beg. Report. In a country where dirty-looking, ugly animals are carrying AK-47. Dirty-looking, unshaven, unkept people, foreigners, coming to your land and they're carrying AK-47. Your police don't stop them. Your army don't stop them. They carry AK-47 from state to state, bushes to bushes, all in the name of ranching. They don't even have the money to buy a gun license. To buy a gun license, they must check your criminal record. You must have a clean title, a clean record to even get it. You must have a guarantor to say this person is of a good character. But foreigners came to your land. Headsmen, they call them. Members of ISWAP, ISIS, Boko Haram. They came to your land. They are carrying guns from state to state, region to region, and nobody is stopping them. And you are here saying, oh yes, the stakeholders you've been discussing. Nigeria, man. Even in the land of the Yorubas, Amotekun is there. Your government said, do not give them the real guns. Amotekun, created by the governors of Yoruba land, the presidency then say, do not give them real guns. Give them pump action. They were being regulated, but the dirty-looking, unkept, ragged-looking idiots, people that suck the breast of cow, they shower with the urine of cow, they drink the urine of cow, people like that, they are allowed to carry guns. AK-47 in that so-called Nigeria, without no control. Hey God, Abaribe, Nigeria is gone. Nigeria don't fall for grand. Nigeria is gone, Abaribe. You are wasting your time. All I want to tell you is keep on being subliminal. At least you tried until when this guy now came with a more specific question. Keep on being subliminal, because if you talk trash in the next 5 months, the month of July is almost gone. We're on a countdown. So you all should be careful. Be subliminal in your response when it comes to the affairs of Biafra. My people, I will leave it there. For those who have ears, let them hear. For those who have ears, let them hear. From me, from here, for now, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I remain yours truly, Biafra Superstars Media. God bless you. Yeah, Biafra, Biafra is the freedom. Yeah, Biafra, Biafra, let it be known, we're here for the throne. Biafra, we're going home. Yeah, yeah. Nnamdi Kanu, Ekpa, Prime Minister Biafra. You know he does it better. I'm looking all strapped up in this game, Biafra soldier. Let my name be known, nigga. I'm the soldier. Yeah, yeah. I'm fighting for liberation. I'm fighting for the people. I'm fighting for my freedom. Yeah, yeah. We fight for Biafra. Let it be known, cause we're straight from Africa. Yeah, the black nation, the nation of God. I am the lion, it's taking it hard. We're fighting for the freedom.